Luckily, I had Budgets set up and it was able to send an email, which I was then able to follow up with, get the details of the bill, and then submit a support request to AWS. I have personal accounts for AWS and Azure because I've currently switched over to Azure at the moment. I still kept my AWS accounts opened, and I got a bill came through, and my wife spotted it first on our bank account, but I had also received an email to one of my email inboxes that I hadn't monitored because it was set up for AWS things. There is a page here, I'll share the link with you folks, for getting set up with billing for AWS, and it'll give you a step-by-step guide of all the things you need to do in your accounts. The email looks like this, folks. It was a zero spend budget. It's a preset template that you can set up to set your budget up. I did manually set a $10 budget, which is a reset every month. So it'll send me an alert if I go over that as well. But the first alert comes through, folks, for any costs, which is basically 0.01 cents in this alert. So that had came through, and then obviously another one had came through to say, right, you've gone over this here, budgeted amount. So it gives you a link to go to the AWS Budgets dashboard. In there, folks, in the Budgets dashboard, you can then see what costs you've got. In this case here, as soon as I come in, I was like, oh, I've been billed in January and I'm accumulating another bill for February. And it was the AWS support that I had set up, I think, and took a free trial of. And then after the free trial, I was supposed to revert back to the basic support service again, but I didn't. But in this example, folks, because I hadn't used the account and AWS were able to get eyes on and agree with me on that side of the fence, then they were able to refund this, folks. And I've heard of other examples before too. If you get in touch with them, they're very good with refunding if they notice that you've got a legitimate, case to get refunded, which in this case I had. So for January, I got resubmitted into my account this $39, and there was going to be another one for February. My budget alert was just set up via the budgets here in this menu, folks, billing and cost management, and it's just a zero spend budget. If you go into create budget, you can just select the zero spend budget template, folks, give it a name and stick your email in there and just create budget, folks, and it takes you through exactly what you need to set up. If you need to do any more settings, then it'll just guide you. So it will, and you can set that up very easily indeed. And what it will do, folks, is just give you some peace of mind that, if you are accumulating costs and you aren't in that account, then at least you've got an alert coming to somewhere. So in this case, these budgets probably would have been picked up at some stage. I have in the past, whenever I was using Amazon Prime, similar thing happened where I took Prime out by accident. I hadn't used it. It had been accumulating over months and months. And again, Amazon were really good. They refunded it all back for me. So yeah, AWS Budgets, folks, definitely. It's one of the first things you would want to set up whenever you take out your new AWS account. Because, yeah, the last thing you want is a bill coming through and you might not be able to afford it, because these can ramp up extremely quickly indeed, the costs for some of the resources. So, as always, folks, I'll leave this one with you. I hope it helps you out. I wish you all the best. Take care and good luck.